Yeah Network.
Okay, cool. All right. As long as I don't look slouchy in the camera. So, all right,
Oh,
cool.
I'm slouching. Yeah.
You know when slouchy don't look right in the camera.
Oh, we're getting this filmed as
Filmed?
well. Oh, damn. Hey, moms,
What
you
do
know
you-
what I'm saying? Like,
Do you need that Vaseline?
hey,
You need
mom.
that hand cream?
No, hey, guys, I sound like Davido right now, you know. I really sound like Davido right now.
Wow.
By the way, Damn's a really good song by Omele.
Okay.
Look where we're going. I know where we're going.
Don't trust your girls, people.
Done. Don't let your girl go front row, man.
What would you do then?
Ish.
Drag her back or just go home?
Can't lie
I
to you,
think you'd
babe.
leave her.
I would never be in that situation.
Why?
I would never be in that situation.
I don't think I would put
Boy.
my partner in that situation. But it's the different generation. They were like
That's mad.
teens, late teens, early 20s.
No,
I think it's
no.
It's more to do with the guy, man.
He ain't
Like,
no teen, man.
It's
But
more
he
to do with the
wouldn't
guy.
know. He's
He
not
ain't no
gonna
teen.
know.
He is
not
gonna know.
He's not a big man. He's like early 20s.
Yeah,
Early 20s, a baby.
Yo, he's in
He's
his,
not a man. Like
he's in his
you know,
teens
you
in
still
the
have the
UK.
listen.
For real.
in Nigeria. That's an uncle.
That's an uncle.
Yo, he shouldn't even be doing what he's doing.
No, he allowed this girl to go have an experience. He didn't think it would be a big deal. He didn't think that.
Did
no,
he allow
there's
her?
No, there's another scene. There's another visual of him like she wants to go, and he's like, okay, go, yeah. So he's like
You know
pushing
why?
her.
Can I
along.
tell you why?
But he might be nervous, but he allowed it.
No,
he still
no.
supported
He
it.
might be an uncle in Nigeria yeah, with a wife and kids. Yeah, so he's like, this one can go, you can go.
Well,
I
it's
got
too,
I
well,
will,
it's,
I will do what you let.
but it's exposed now. It's too late. He's
No,
exposed.
I hear that. I hear that. It's
Let me
mad
tell you
now, that's what I'm
something.
saying.
I saw my man outside and everyone was laughing at it. Honestly, that's the part I can't laugh at. I felt so bad for him. I was like,
That's the
Doctor said I got my liver.
That is
I've been
the-
drinking, smoking cigars. I'm just being serious.
that's
No,
mad.
that is the
Listen,
thing. You know
everyone,
what? Let's capture all this.
The
stuff
best
as well.
advice I can give you is stand up in love. Don't fall in. Let's go.
Stand up in
Yeah,
love.
no, I
Yeah,
respect
man.
that. I respect that. I'll say the
You
same
fall
thing.
in love, you hurt yourself. You stand up in love, why not? You
I
don't deal
think
with
he
that.
was trying to be like, he's secure. You're so secure. Have you seen that meme? Like, come on.
Secure.
There's a
haven't
new
seen
meme
that one.
where
I ain't seen that one.
the girl's like saying, "Oh, I love how you just let me go dance. I love Omale. You're so secure," and the guy's like cringing inside.
I'm done.
Listen,
I'm done.
you close the safe. You don't lock the door and leave the safe door open.
My
That's not
days.
secure.
That's not secure. All right, guys, we've just been having loads of banter
Chilling,
and
man.
loads of enjoyment. We're here with TJ and Poet. Make some noise. Woo! I know it's just like myself and you guys and the Holy Spirit, but it's still
We love that.
Nah,
yeah, no, we
come
got
on.
the Holy Spirit. Yeah, yeah.
And shout out Jay behind the camera because you know what?
Big up,
I
Jay.
had to really do this because Jay is a loyal
She does the
individual
bits.
when it comes to Vibbar. And
Proper.
for me not to do this it just wouldn't feel right.
Oh, we appreciate it. We appreciate you blessing your
Blessings.
network as well.
And
'cause
thank
you're
you
a
for
pioneer.
thank you for the love and support. Honestly, I proper appreciate it. Trust me.
Thank you. So, guys, as you know, we're here to talk about an amazing project that's just come out called 4 Seasons.
Come on.
And it's having our poet see him in a different way. Different from what I see anyway as an artist. Just being in his artist bag and giving definite, amazing lyrics. And TJ as well, being introduced to you. And I was like,
2%, come on.
TJ 2%, and I'm hearing your stuff. And I was just saying to Jan, I said, your stuff is on par with
true.
what the people, the Yankees are doing and stuff like that. I said,
The
this
Yankees?
album, I said,
Wow.
I said, no, for real. I said, this
made
could
it.
be on point. I could see like J. Cole, Kendrick kind of situation feeding in between. So I was like, okay, cool. So it'd be great as we go through the interview to see what your inspirations was with this project. See
You know
how
your
you're
levels,
going.
bro.
So guys,
But
as-
just to let you know, he
Yeah.
puts beats online. Sometimes Jadakiss just jumps in the DM. Sometimes
Facts,
Busta
facts.
Rhymes. This is just
Facts,
I'm just
facts,
telling you what's
facts.
happened in life.
Facts.
So,
YouTube owes you some royalties then.
YouTube,
YouTube, are you
Tidal,
so
I'm on
royalty?
everyone. I'm just,
We want our reparations.
we want our reparations, man.
Yeah, charge no taxes. That's how the black people get their reparations. All right, cool. So introducing Poet, just to run down a list of his amazing achievements. He's a rapper, presenter, trailblazer, entrepreneur, executive producer, and creator of Filthy Fellas, Vibbar, The Collective, HC Podcast, Gasworks, and a major voice in the black music scene. How do you feel about that? All that you achieved so far?
We give it to God. Come on, Kat. Shout out, mommy. It's all because of you, man, G.
And then we have the producer TJ 2%.
Come
TJ,
on.
as most people will call him.
Come on.
He's an amazing producer. He's also produces a lot for Vibbar. He's produced for Gets on his new album as well. Executive
Stream
producer,
that.
so you need to go and listen to that.
Stream that.
He's worked with an artist called Geordie.
Come
He
on,
worked
my
with
brother.
Morgan Monroe.
Big up Moles. That's my GG.
Extensive background though as well. You've done bits.
Yeah. You know, we push and pull.
You push and pull.
No, we push and pull, man. No, I
And
love
Geordie's
that.
Vibbar as well. Obviously, he's doing his own thing as well. But that artist,
real.
Geordie, he's not. I'm saying he's part of the family. So
We need to have Geordie on as well. Let him
You have to.
tell
You
his
have to.
side as well. His side of the story.
You have to.
He's
Geordie's
amazing.
a legend. He's a
absolute
legend.
legend, bro.
For real.
All right, so just getting into it. So about Vibbar, tell us about the collective. How you guys got together? What was the inspiration behind that? And
Yeah, so to be fair, that's where I was at. I've said it. How many times have we told this now, teacher? I was at a place in Shoreditch, and Joe Baker was on stage, and I just felt like he wasn't getting the love and appreciation he deserves. So I decided to look at it. It was me and Geordie that were looking at everyone like, what the hell is this, man? So off the back of that, I just said, you know what? Scrap this, man. We know about 100 people. We can get a venue. We've got music. Let's go and get people that genuinely want to watch us, and we present our music to them instead of just going to shows to present music to people that don't care. Like, what is the point? To make it look like you're doing work? I don't feel that's like a genuine response from music. I don't think that's a genuine conversation in music. In order for you to propel, you need to have genuine conversations within music. So, and that's with the people that are watching. If no one's watching, I don't feel that's a musical conversation. So we just threw up this event, Relentless, number 5, they're somewhere in Denmark Street, I think number 10 Denmark Street, or number 5 Denmark Street. And it was just Natten och Vibbar night of vibes in Swedish, and literally everyone performed their own music, from Pep to Joel Baker to Geordie to me, all produced by TJ, barring the Michael Jackson beat that Pep went crazy on.
Yeah, facts.
We filmed it, but unfortunately there's no sound, so we'll never know. Yeah, I blame CJ. Sabotage CJ.
Not TJ, it's CJ.
CJ, there's a C.
We
So,
got
but yeah, that's why we
clarify.
started it, and then next thing you know, we made a WhatsApp group for it, and then off the back of how successful the night was and how much people loved the vibe, we made one song called Summer of Love at the time. So we had made this Summer of Love song that we had performed, and just the response we got on the night and just how we felt about it, we were just like, yo. So we made a music video, and before you know it, me and TJ clocked like, wait a minute, we're kind of onto something here. And even before then, that night, when we had made the song, it wasn't even that we had made a song. I had an idea to use Lonyo's Summer of Love as a sample, and then all you got to do is tell TJ your idea, and it becomes something that you didn't even imagine it was going to become. And then I remember walking to HC Pod when we were in somewhere far in West London, Acton. Get a message from TJ. What's this? Poet, listen to this. Cool. She went down for the camera. Tell her smile for the camera. I'm like, what's this? This is crazy. And the next you know, we've got like a dope song called Summer of Love. So yeah, it was made off the back of me seeing that, you know, I think there's a space for people to appreciate live music a little bit differently. And then off the back of that, TJ just makes a sonical experience for everything up from then up until now.
okay, that sounds really, really in depth though. It's almost like let's make that into a documentary still. Like
Soon
a little,
come.
Soon,
little
boy.
series
Soon come
still.
for real.
Yeah, there's a lot. Vibbar, yeah, man. It's all genuine things in life where I think we do stuff that we do in Vibbar. So
Okay, so TJ, talk to us as well how you got connected with Poet and what brought you in as well, because it's just
You know
seeing
what?
the chemistry here. It seems like it's really
Yeah,
special.
yeah.
The musical journey is, and you know, the thing that makes a lot of artists is that initial connection to their producer,
Yeah,
and
for
they
real.
end up having them for years to come because it's almost like it evolves. It's evolving. It's spiritual. You both connect in different. At different points, life experiences. So yeah, what brought you with Poet and you made this
Do you
connection?
know what? Do you know what you say that like it's spiritual? It's like I'm a therapist. It's mad. Like studio for most artists is like therapy. So it's like when you're in the studio, it's like you're going to you have that conversation. Well, I like to have that conversation with artists I work with, and be like, where do you want to take it? What's the sound? All of that. But then you just start getting into life and deeper with certain things, and then it's like you just find that connection. But Poe's someone that like just being from he's from Tottenham, I'm from Islington, but I was chilling around Tottenham a lot, and just bumped into him like on an off one, knowing that what he does, but just bumped into him, and it was like first time I met him was like, "You good, bro?" Yeah. I can't even remember. It was like a cafe somewhere in Tottenham, and then like my boy, shout out my brother, my actual business partner, Courtney. My boy Courtney literally brings him to a studio that Skepta used to use. Brings him there, and then like all of a sudden I'm in a session there, and it's like raw. We just linked up, and then before you know it, we just connected that way. Do you know what I'm saying? And then just when you meet someone that's just got the same ideals like creatively. So it was like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And then from there, that was like back in 2012. So from like getting to this point where he's talking about Vibbar now, he's like, I know the perfect man to go and make music with when he's like visualizing it with Geordie. And then that's just how it's all kind of formed. Do you know what I'm saying? And then yeah, like literally we just kind of connected in that way creatively. And then we've just been going ever since because we just understand each other. Like footballers understand each other.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Bergkamp and Henry, I'll call it. You're saying, do you know Bergkamp and Henry? I love that. I have to clarify this.
We'll just stay here.
I have to clarify. No, I'm joking. No, but no. I'll be easy. But it's like, yeah, like I'll say, we've just been like, just it's almost like back and forth. Like he passes the ball, I pass the ball. I'm like, yo, yeah, let's do this, and we just understand each other creatively. Do you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's been since 2021. Your last project with Vibbar, You Should Have Been There,
Long time.
came
Boy.
out.
Oh God.
And I was just saying to the producers, I said, you're trying to compete with Adele here, like for the longest gap of release of albums and things. And I was like, what's so, if, because obviously people get to release projects when they want to, and some people have to release projects when they have to.
Yeah.
And you're doing it purely off your own energy. So in that gap of time, was it that, what was going on? Basically, what made you think that this is the right time to maybe release this project for one? And what was also happening between that gap? Like, was you just living life, or was you just not inspired? Or
Well, the thing is, we did release stuff after that. Like last year, we released, or 2 years ago, we released Guy Fawkes.
Guy Fawkes Night.
We released Guy Fawkes Night on Guy Fawkes. We did Guy Fawkes Night on Guy Fawkes Night. So the purpose of that was to explore the thought patterns of guys, and we had like Chucky doing a podcast for it. It was 4 tracks long. That was kind of dope. But yeah, we haven't done a long form project since 2021, and that's just because like Vibbar is Swedish for vibes, and I don't know what type of vibes you lot had during COVID, but it's not really the time for you to be
you could have dropped a
congregating.
project called Lockdown, and make a whole new project from it.
Kanye had a song called Lockdown, and I will leave it there.
That's
But
too funny. That's too funny.
Nah, maybe, but you know what it was? It's just that we thrived on being around each other. We thrived on having a good time and like going out partying. We've left the country together. We've done so much stuff as a collective group. And then you're told you can't leave your house. It's like everyone goes through different emotional journeys, financially, mentally, like everything. So then I just kind of me and TJ have to look at it and go, yo, we got to appreciate where everybody is. And we like, even when we done the video for Come My Way, like no video I've done before has been so difficult. So like just how difficult and complex it was just to execute that video made me realize I'm not in the same space I was in 2-3 years ago. So got to kick back and actually figure out what's going on and go back to basics. And like me and Tej definitely went back to basics.
Yeah, it's like just to kind of echo off that. It's like do you know what it is? It's like you've got to live. See, with music, you've got to live life so you can actually make the songs. Do you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you're just like a robot. Just you're talking rubbish. Do you know what I'm saying? You're talking about things you don't even live. Do you know what I'm saying? So during the Guy Fawkes Night project and this one, there's been music we've been cooking. So there's a lot that's gonna come out from here on.
That's true.
That we've got to just start putting out. So yeah, we've been working.
I'm not trying to say you're lazy out here, don't make it sound like we're trying to say you're guilty. We've just been looking pretty out here with your caps and beard and things.
I can't be lazy. I've got 2 projects out today.
Oh,
Today, yeah. Vibbar, 4 Seasons, and Gets his On Purpose with Purpose.
I was expecting you to just tell me you launched beard oil and thing in the middle.
That's coming.
Very soon.
Black Plymouth. That is coming. For real.
Okay, so I know we can't get into too much because, again, it's a very unique experience, but give us an insight on what it's like, the process of creating music with Poet.
Oh, my days. Do you know what?
Like a typical day or typical session or typical song.
Do you know what? It varies. It varies, yeah. But, all right, like, for instance, I'll say Autumn, right? So I'll pick Autumn off the 4 Seasons project. Autumn, I'm in the studio, a couple rooms away from here, actually. Big up No Stars. But I've literally I've finished the session and I've made a beat and I'm like, this is the perfect beat for Poet. And I was gonna post a video today of me sending him like I've done a video saying, if you don't jump on this beat, Poet. But literally, like, he's heard the beat. He's like, yeah, for sure, 100%, I'm coming. Next thing you know, we've gone studio, couple doors away. Big up No Stars. And then shameless plug. So it's on the microphone. But yeah, basically, like, it's like we just vibes. So every session is like, what have you been listening to? Well, here's what I've been listening to. So we're going back and forth, just playing records, and there might be a couple friends over. Like, that's the whole essence of Vibbar. Do you know what I'm saying? And then, like, literally, whatever like the vibe is in the room at the time, that's the soundtrack that I'm gonna have to bubble off and make. And then I might just be like, oh, Poe, hear this beat, that beat that I played you the other day. And he's like, yeah, I got something for it. And then he don't write. So it's all his is like just literally it's all thoughts. Like, they just, I don't know, these weird artists, man, they just start thinking of stuff. Me, I've got to write stuff. But he literally will just like go in the booth and then come up with a line. And the first line is what determines the whole way the song's gonna go. Do you know what I'm saying? Or like, I'll be honest with you. It's like, even like Vibbar's play, even with players, right? It's like Geordie literally just said, that's all he said. He was like, literally, players F up, and that was like, everyone had to go off that. Literally, how you hear him doing it in the song is exactly how it went, and that was just more like everyone just chilling vibes in. So that's how the sessions go. Like, it's not really like all thought out. We've got a brief. Nah, that's Vibbar creatively, musically, is just everyone's way to escape from whatever they feel like they have to do creatively. Do you get it? That's what Vibbar's about.
You're making it sound like it's like a dimension, a different world, so to speak. Do you know
When
what I
you
mean?
listen,
Because Vibbar doesn't sound like it's singular, like it's just one person. It feels like
it's a machine.
a different like you're stepping into a vortex, into a different world or something, or a different dimension.
It really is.
But
Look, Jay will tell you she's been to events.
Yeah.
Like, it's a vibe. It's just like, and you just get it when you're there.
I think music, like, even like, to go back to your question as well about why it takes us so long, like, I'm a little bit older than the generation of people that are probably consuming music in mass consumption now. And to a certain extent, I feel sorry for them. They haven't got experiences to compare it to. This is all they know. So when I speak about taking in a project, I don't even like get angry at a generation after myself for not understanding that mechanic, because you haven't experienced it. Whereas I've experienced listening to Usher My Way, chilling out, and then getting 8701, chilling out for a little piece, and then getting Confessions, and appreciating that journey. And then you take a look at what Usher can do today, you go, it was kind of worth them times that he was waiting in between and not trying to rush a project. You know what I'm saying? He can still go perform that. I went and watched Jill Scott last year, July. I think it was July 23rd. And she released her first album 20 years ago. But again, the time she takes to release her type of music is so special that 20 years from now, she can do a sold out concert in the UK. And if you want to be an artist that, you know, loves and respects music, or you want to be an artist that has longevity, then you have to love and respect music. And I just think some people just treat this like a 9 to 5, and that's cool. Like, listen, we need a fruit bowl. If you just had apples in it, it'd be boring. So, like, you need a variety. But I just appreciate what we bring to the table, because I feel like that's one of the core values in music. You have to love it, man. Like, don't just be here because you're trying to pick up a check. Like, so I love the fact that I love music. People don't know, I've always wanted to be the best rapper. I've always wanted to be the best grime artist. Like, that's all I've before any of this, that's all I cared about. So when you hear my pen now, it's not like an overnight thing. Like, my guy, like, the first line for me takes so long to write, because I understand that is where I have to grip the consumer. Same way when I do my content online, the first things that we do, we have to grip the consumer. I got about 10, 15 seconds of your time. I have to got to grip you. So when you listen to Autumn and the first lines are picture perfect babe and never been your forte, your poor traits got poor traits, you're not hearing anything like that anywhere else, really. And if you do, it'll be a small group of situations that you hear it in. So instantly, I know I got your attention. You're like, what the hell is he talking about? You might have to listen to that again to understand what's going on. Do you know what I mean? So come on, man. I just think you gotta love music, man, and then you'll probably understand Vibbar.
So then, just to then ask you, then, did you guys take your time with this project then,
100%.
or did you kind of give yourself a deadline, or was you just like vibing?
Like,
how long did this project like take to put together?
Do you know what?
Was it like a collection of songs?
Do you know what? Like, so after You Should Be Here, and after Conflicts of Interest, it was like literally just making beats, and then it's like 2021 up until last year before I was gonna go and propose to my missus. Jay's like, show the ring, man, show the ring. Yeah, we can catch that somehow. But yeah, nah.
Yours is coming.
I'll put it out.
Future.
But basically, like, so there was a gap in making 4 seasons, but like when I went to go propose, I made all 3 of the beats on the plane, like, and literally from that moment on last May through till like, I'll say all the way till like last month, literally just working, going back and forth, making sure like everything's pristine. But we had to get to a point where it was like, no, we need to tape out like by like Feb. Tape has to be out, kind of thing. It was like, it has to be out. Otherwise we're just gonna do that over perfection kind of vibe. So yeah, it always takes long.
Man. You gotta take your time, man. Like 2021, we made Autumn. Like that's when Autumn was made 3 years ago, or 2 and a bit, and then like the rest of it was kind of made like last year. I would say like mid last year. Spring comes about because I'm listening to Sunbeams by Jay Dilla, and like the first 10 seconds, I'm like, this is crazy. We should lose this baby. So I send it over to Tej, and that's the thing. Like Tej understands, and sometimes I will send things over to Tej. And when Tej doesn't quite understand, I begin to wonder, like, maybe this is the wrong direction to go in. But like when Tej gets it and then sends it back to you and it's better than you imagined, you're like, oh, sugar. Not only have you seen what I'm saying, but you see it in its final stage. Let me just make sure my pen's on point. Do you know what I'm saying? To the point where like I think I'm lyrically like my lyric. Not the same as Tej because his production is ridiculous, but the approach to it, like before I would write a bar and disappear, but like even with Spring, I've gone back and added some other stuff, and then with Autumn, I re-vocaled it, but then I had 4 ways of vocal in the same song, and then I was experimenting with them in my house, and that's all because I'm seeing Tej do something, and I'm like, oh, Tej done the. But then when he sends it back to me, it sounds different. Then he sends it back to me again. I'm like, oh my God, he's always even trying to outdo himself. Where I just got to this part where some bars I'm just feeling comfortable. And I listen to like You Should Be Here, for example. Like if I had the chance to redo that again, even songs like Boo Boo, I'm not vocaling it like that. I'm putting ad-libs in the background. I'm layering out the verse a bit more. Like I'm giving it a bit more weight. Do you know where I'm coming from? Because I really want people to feel what I'm saying. So working with Tej is sick. Even when we got done Winter's got this, you're never going to hear it, but there was this, boy, you're not never going to hear it, but you're never going to hear it in that form. There was a beat at the end. And it's ridiculous, bro. Like the beat at the end of Winter was ridiculous, but what I felt was important was for me to be honest with myself. I was like, cuz I'm not ready to approach that right now. I had to say, TJ, maybe you got to take it off because I'm not going to do it the justice it deserves. Do you know what I'm saying? So,
100.
Yeah, man.
I think it's realistic to also acknowledge again how much life has really affected the way that you heard the music as well. Because maybe at the time, you know what I mean? Because let's say you might have felt excited or something, and then a song will just hit you in a certain way, and it gives you that kind of inspiration. So life was definitely reflecting in the way that you approached the music. So that's when it came real to you. But at the same time, because we keep growing and we keep changing, that's why you could be like, oh, I might want to change this record. Do you know what I mean? I might want to change this line. But at the time when you recorded it, it felt right.
It's why
you kind of keep changing, you keep evolving.
100%. But the most important thing is to stay like Emery. Unai Emery sent it to me when I interviewed him like 2017. Shout out Unai Emery, my guy. He goes, one thing about the Arsenal team is like he doesn't like them to be too excited. He doesn't like them to be too low. He likes them to stay level-headed when it comes to decision making. And that's the thing about making music. Like sometimes I don't want to be too invested. I'd rather TJ make a decision about my lyrics for me than me because I'm so heavily invested. I might get it wrong. I might be the guy that brings his child to X Factor and says, you can sing. And then Simon Cowell goes, what's that? Because I'm so loving them so much. And they want to do. So sometimes I'm like, TJ, what do you think of this? What do you think? You tell me. I'm in love with this a bit too much. And TJ will be like, Paul, this is fine, bro. Like, chill.
Yeah, man.
Like,
Reassurance, man.
And we all need reassurance.
We
like,
do.
you know what I'm saying? I was raised by a woman. My mum always needed reassurance. So, girls, obviously, when I settle down, just know I need reassurance as well. Thank you.
He's going to make you listen to the album first.
Yes,
for real.
So he's going to
for real.
initiate you. I want you to rap all my bars.
Come on.
Stream farm this.
Yeah. Bar for bar.
All right, so let's get into the project. Let's get into the album. 4 Seasons. What does 4 Seasons mean to you? As the title, what does it express to you?
What does 4 Seasons mean to me? Whoa. 4 different emotions. I'm just gonna put it like that. 4 different emotions, like 4 seasons. I don't know, like winter. What do you lot say? Like winter's like, yo, like I need a bay for the winter. Do you know what I'm saying? Like
Coughing season. they
yeah,
call it,
coughing season, summer. No, well, that's coughing season.
Winter's the covering season. Summer, you're out here looking, you're free. You're kind of
Yeah.
looking
Summer's
for something.
outside. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and
Autumn,
then like,
you're just you've narrowed your options down. Winter, you've secured your bed.
yeah, and
Maybe
then
autumn's
spring.
you're questionable. You're like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore.
Me,
This is it. But spring's like, you know what? Football season's done, man.
spring, yeah, for real.
Summer's coming. Do you know what I'm saying? No, yeah, I don't know. It's just like 4 different emotions. I'll say.
I heard that.
Like he could elaborate. Poe would elaborate on that because like this is his concept for seasons.
Yeah, it's more just to show people I'm multi-layered, and I think one thing about
For real.
my whatever I'm doing, I don't even know what the hell to call this, a career, I guess. People have a perception of me based upon the thing that has the most commercial value, and then they stick to that without doing extensive research. So for me, since that's going to be the case, I have to have something for myself to control my narrative, which shows you that as human beings, I am no different to you. We are all multi-layered. As much as you may have seen me in the heightened emotional state, whether it be really happy or really sad or crying, don't attach yourself to any one of those emotions because you don't do that to yourself. So spring, we're speaking about an individual. He's talking about his children, bro. Like my children were born March 24th, so that's in spring. So spring has to represent the start. The start is Zion and Khalifa. They're the most important thing. So even down to like when I went back to revocal some of it, I've done like this little thing underneath the chorus part where I'm like, say a prayer for them. Because it's like, you got to say a prayer for my children, man. That's the most important thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget me. Like, when I go, like, they're the ones that are here. And then summer, like, I just gave one verse. I wasn't serious because I just feel like summer's repetitive. Everyone's going to do the same thing. Go wireless. Sleep with many people, just do whatever they're gonna do. Like it's not really. I don't associate it as something as serious. I look at it as very fun, and before you know, it's over. And then autumn was interesting to me because autumn's kind of like back to business. If you're a football fan, that's when the season starts, and it's when you kind of forget the things you have done yesterday and you move forward. And if you listen to the autumn song, it's like me. When it gets to the end of my verse before Harry Pinero intervenes, you can hear me saying, "I don't adore you, and there's a door too." And it would be adorable if you just go through. So it's like I'm saying goodbye. Like this is the end of this. I'm gonna start something new. And then when you hear the start of the news, when Harry Pinero finishes, I'm saying Isabel's at 1:45. It's like me, Harry P, and some girl that I knew. So I moved on now. I'm about to do something else, type of thing. So it's like one's from the perspective of an individual that is getting over something and just saying, "Oh, I'm exhausted by it," and the other is because we outside. Because at the end of it, I'm saying this girl. She upgraded to the street. She's from the gutter, bro. So it's like the first one's emotional about it. Second one's like, just get over it, bro.
I think I'm gonna break some hearts with this record. Though. They might be like, "Is he talking to me? Is he talking to me?"
I am, baby girl. In Jamaica, we say if the cat fit, let him wear it. And then the
What?
final song is Winter, and Winter is just about losing something. I guess I don't necessarily believe it's about any one individual. You might lose yourself. You might lose, but for me, it was just like. I couldn't narrow it down to one thing. I just looked at the amount of things I lost off the back of one situation, and you just end up just verbal diarrhea with lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Like speaking about various different things. I said I fell in love, so I went in goal, like I'm a keeper. Yeah. And then like you're saying stuff about your children again. You got your mum's voice note at the end. You're speaking about the concept of trust in a voice note at the end of the song. And
it's like you're faced. It's like he was faced with his realities.
Yeah, bro.
On winter, because see winter. Winter's the season where Christmas comes. Winter's the season like. Everyone's faced with their realities. What I mean by that
before
is
the new year comes.
Before the new year comes, like
yeah, for real.
Your family, you like no, you got to put away the celebrity or the artist, whatever it is you are, the influencer, whatever it is you do, put that away, and then now you're around your family.
It feels like winter's the one season that you are your government for people that live in England.
Basically,
anyway. You are just your government for a period of time, and I think throughout the year, especially the summer, you are your tag.
Yeah.
In spring, you might be a bit of two, bit of both. In autumn, I think you are your tag as well. But in winter, when you're sat down with your mum, and especially in winter, there'll be times that you'll be reflecting, bro.
Because you're indoors a lot.
You're indoors so much, bro. So yeah, it's just to show people are multi-layered. No one represents any one emotion, and we're all different. And you shouldn't like put pressure on yourself to be the same everywhere. That concept of being real, I think, is the path to fakeness. Because you're putting a label on what's real, and what's real is the trees grow, grass is green, the sun shines,
Yes.
the moon. Like, that's real, bro. Like, everything else you do is just whatever the hell you're doing, bro. Reality lives and exists in nature.
Okay, cool. So this project, you didn't really have much features on this one, but you invited a very known person, Lewis Ray from Western, to
Come
feature
on,
on
big up
Summer.
Louis.
And he's also been featured on your previous project, Come My Way, as well.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know, what was it about him that you chose him to add to this project, and what made it so special?
So I'll be chilling at my house one time, and then Skits hit me and said, I was with Louis Ray, can he pass through? I was like, yeah, cool. So it was like 12, I think football just finished, and Louis Ray came, and Louis Ray played me some absolutely incredible music that he had made. So I was like, geez, like, you're so dope, you know? And sometimes I don't like to use the same artist too many times. Like TJ always tells me, yo, let's mix it up and make it interesting for the consumer. And I'm a big advocate for that. But then that moment, I felt compelled to play him something. And that moment just felt like, yo, like, we gonna make something together. And then he just started vibing, and we're vibing. And I was like, yo, I remember hitting up TJ, like, bro, Louis just got this vibe. Like, he's just got this. And I just felt like it was, oh no, as corny as it sounds, yeah, like, I pray every day, you know. Sometimes like 2-3 times a day, bro. And I be praying for signs. Just give me a sign, I'll sort the rest out. I don't want you to solve the equation. I don't want you to solve it. I just want you to show me this is possibly the direction you should go in. And I will go there and face every single problem that comes. So when that moment came where Louis Ray's in my house, like 2 in the morning, we're just playing music, vibing, trying to figure out, like, I'm like, yo, you're meant to be on this project. Like, I just feel like you're meant to be on this project. And then when he sent me back the idea, he literally jumped in his car, him and Skits, shout out Skits, they went back to West. And as he's going to West, he's sending me voice notes of the hook. I'm like,
Crazy.
brother, this is nuts. Like,
Quick turnover, man.
Quick turnover. And then he's
Quick
come in
turnover.
studio, and then he's trying to coach me through how I need to lay down my verse. And I just, you know, honestly, Louis Ray, a proper,
big up to Louis.
got
Big
a
up to
lot
Louis.
of love and respect for Louis Ray. He's a
up to
really
Louis.
incredible man, incredible father, incredible friend. He's just an incredible man. So individuals like that, it's an honor to have them on the project, man, to be honest with you. It's an absolute honor and a privilege for me to have him on the project. And it's like when I'm showing TJ what we've made, like, TJ's like, what? So then TJ's adding to it, and yeah, man, it's what it needed to be. Do you know what I'm saying? And I
It was
think
more like he's showing me the voice notes, and then we've come over here, and then it's like it was literally just Louis done his verse, his hook very quickly. Poe's done his verse quick, just everything was just seamless, proper seamless, man. But yeah, big up Louis all day, every day. One of the dopest artists.
And he's from Western. Like, Western represents summer, bro. No one can't tell me Western don't make barbecue music. And it's like,
man.
Who the hell don't want to have a barbecue song with Louis Ray? Like, I just feel like if you hear that, if you play that song summer,
Man
I'm
called it
telling
a barbecue song. I rate
brother,
that.
you go to a
I rate
barbecue,
that.
they're running that. You're catching a
that.
vibe, man. If you're in your whip and you're just driving and that comes on the radio, you're catching a vibe. It's one of them songs. Honestly, summer is the perfect title for it, because when that comes on when the sun's shining, cuz you're gonna feel the
gonna hit
vibe,
right.
bro. It's gonna hit right.
It's gonna hit right.
It's gonna hit right. Man made it in summer.
Trust me.
I'm hoping
Trust
the
me,
video is gonna look kind of
Yeah,
nice
do
as
you know
well.
what? We've going over the video situation today, actually. We've been going over the past few
Okay.
days. Smiler's going to be shooting it again.
Big up Smiler again.
So, yeah, it's going to be sick.
Yeah.
So looking at the notes as well, as also I think Cash was supposed to also feature or make
Oh
an
my
appearance
days!
possibly
No
on one
way
of the
you didn't
records
say
as well.
that. Oh my
Well,
days!
you know, Cash is also very big summer energy as well, Jamaican heritage and stuff like that.
No, it's
Was
not that
he-
Cash. It's not Cash-tastic. Shout out Cash-tastic. It's
shout out Cash.
art,
Yeah, that's a
it's
shout,
art.
though.
Shout out Cash. Cash is definitely a big vibe.
That's a great
I
shout.
love
but
Cash.
our Cash,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
our Cash. He knows who he is. We know who he is. We all know who Cash is. But
Yeah. 100.
big up Cash. Cash. He was supposed to feature on and you're talking about Winter.
Yes.
Yeah, because that's such a Cash tune.
It's a
Man.
Cash song, bro.
It's a Cash song. But I know you're like thinking, who? What? Cash? Which Cash?
We've brought him up before. Like, so
Big
there's a
up
song that
Stanky.
came out in 2018 called Free Cash. And what was so sick about that, yeah, is imagine, man's just gone studio randomly. I think it was next door, but 2 doors down.
Yeah.
We've gone studio randomly and we've made a song called Free Cash. Tigolo Authors jumped on the hook. God strike me down if I'm lying. Cash is in prison.
Oh wow.
He's in prison at the time. God strike me down if I'm lying. The day we release a song, he comes out on day release and none of us even knew. Or it might have been the night that we done the song. One of the two.
Listen,
Yeah.
Cash was
just,
free.
He was free. And I was just like,
Free.
what? So like even the artwork you'll see is a picture of him in the artwork because he was like, we just couldn't believe it. Like we didn't understand how man's made this song about free cash, and I'm thinking I'm gonna play it to him in like a year's time.
Wow.
And I get the privilege of playing it to him like the neck. It was just so weird to me, bro. It was so weird. So again,
timing.
that's how the music is, man. It's just
Signs.
so. Yeah, man. Give me a sign.
Signs.
So
Hit
do you
me,
think
baby,
there's
one more time.
possibility maybe, because you know remixes always coming out later on anyway, do you think you might do one and have him feature?
Maybe. Like it was a thought. That's why I put the thought on the song. Do you know where I'm coming from? But it's not necessarily something that necessarily needs to happen. It's like when you go to a party and be like, cuz it'd be so lit if this person was there, whatever. We don't need to go to the party next week. But we can still appreciate it would have been lit if that person was there. Do you know what I'm saying? So who knows? But it still might happen.
Still drying.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cash
man.
knows, still drying,
Cash is
man.
Cash is
knows.
sting, man. So who knows
Sting.
what Cash is did?
It's still drying. I'm gonna look at the camera for that. But
Look into my
Do you have
eyes.
any
Look
friends
into my
that
eyes,
like
man.
you just phoned them and there's a different dial tone just randomly more time?
Yeah.
Yeah, Pep and Cash. Them two
Pep done that earlier, and he was in Cyprus. Cash is in Cyprus. That's what's. He ain't.
Did
Yeah,
he
it's a
even
long
tell-
story.
Yeah, it's a
Did he
long
even tell
story,
you?
man.
Story.
I phoned Pep on a Monday, like, can we link tomorrow? I phoned him the next day. He's in Tokyo. So
Oh, okay,
these-
that happened to me as well that same time.
these man are
Imagine that.
crazy.
Imagine that. Yeah. It's crazy.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's a madness.
shout out Selassie, man.
Okay, cool. So also as well, how important is it for you to have been really honest on this project? Because I think in the intro as well, you made reference to your family, reference to your children and stuff like that. It's been very important to you. Again, you've gone through things and stuff like that, and 4 seasons reflect different areas of your life and stuff like that. So what was the turning point that you decided I need to be really honest and really pour myself into this project?
I think I've always been pretty honest to my music, to be fair. I think when you listen to songs like Snapchat on San Junipero, or if you listen to like the second interlude on San Junipero, I think honesty is one thing I've always tried to deploy. But beyond that, I think the reasons why I like to be honest is because your biggest weakness is your biggest strength. Now, the moment you understand that and you accept that, then it's less of a weakness. If you say this is my strength and you acknowledge it as a strength, it doesn't mean that people can't use it as a way to attack you. It just means that you're now aware. So what do you put in to defend yourself? And I just put in a sense of reality to my reality. And I just say to myself, yo, this is what it is. So when I'm speaking about Zion and Khalifa, they live in Sweden. Is that a sign of weakness for me when I wake up? Yeah, but my reality is they're still my strength. Like, it's always half full, man. Those are my boys. I love them. So when I speak about them and I hear it and they hear their names, they're gassed. They're like, Papa, Zion Khalifa. They're so gassed about hearing their names on music or hearing their voice on music. It's like, wow, although if something was to happen to you, my world will crumble, you're still my biggest strength. So once you acknowledge it, that it's half full, I don't know, you don't have no problem doing it. Like, what's someone going to say? It doesn't even matter type of thing. And then, yeah, and the beautiful thing about being that honest in music is the texture of the music has to be right, otherwise it just doesn't cut through. It can sound a little bit corny.
That's right.
So then, like, I'm making music with arguably one of my best friends. Like, this is big fact. So then what happens is he can even say to me, Paul, you're not even being enough. You're not even really being honest. Or, Paul, you're not even really scratching the surface. I've spat to TJ and he's just
100.
gone, nah. And he's had to show me, like, Paul, like, come on, bro. Like, what we doing here, man?
Address certain situations.
Address it, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what you
100.
doing? And then again, that's like, if I didn't have my friend making music with, I wouldn't realize that me addressing the situation is a sign of strength. I would acknowledge it as a sign of weakness. But when you address it, and then people are telling me, some of the DMs I used to get when I dropped San Junipero were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Absolutely ridiculous. It was over a course of time. Man are telling me, poet, this helped me do this helped me. I'm thinking, what? This ain't the podcast. What's going on? So it's all weird for me. Like, you're getting those types of messages. So yeah, I just think the moment you acknowledge your weakness as a sign of strength, all of a sudden you don't realize how much other people are saying thank you. So yeah, man, I had to be honest. It's right.
Okay, cool. So let's get into a couple of the records on that album. Let's talk about Autumn.
Come
That
on.
one you're tackling how women are portraying basically themselves, not who they really are. They're giving a fake facade and stuff like that. And apparently
Portraits,
you're
got
rapping.
portraits. Yeah,
You're
yeah.
rapping on there as well, but you're not a rapper.
I ain't
but
a
you're
rapper.
still giving extra stuff.
Come on!
You're
listen.
still giving extra flavor. I heard wink wink. Someone said you're not a rapper.
I ain't a rapper.
But
I ain't a rapper, Jay. No, I ain't a rapper. man.
we heard the swag though, and I was like,
crazy.
I said, poets on this, but who's this? I said,
Come
who
on.
is this? But no,
Come
you did
on.
your thing though. But let's talk about that. Let's talk about
you know
basically
what?
how women are portraying themselves and stuff like that, and what's not real, so to speak. And I guess again, because you're married now,
I'm out of the game, man.
you're seeing like you've grown through it. Do you know what I mean? You've grown through those games, those facades and stuff like that. You're seeing
the eagle flew
you're
over
seeing
the clouds.
everything.
You know what I'm saying? Over the storm, man. The eagle's over the storm, man.
Come on.
and you see all the truths because obviously
Yeah.
living with a woman,
Yeah.
Oh,
everything is
TJ
real.
sees all the truths.
Everything is real.
Different angles, man.
So, talk to me about that song and what that meant.
Basically, like autumn, like for me personally was just like he was saying, he used to talk about a lot of personal things, and we were trying to be in a position where it was like, let's talk about something a lot more current but happier. Like, what's how you living? How you living, Poe? Do you know what I'm saying? And it was like, it was just easy because Poet's outside just having fun. Like, outside of work, he's having fun. So when you're hearing him like saying certain things like picture perfect, babe's never been your forte. Like, your portrait's got portraits. Like, you're just thinking, raw, okay, who you been talking to, bro? Like, who you shooting at? Because that's a bit like, you ain't it. Do you know what I'm saying? That's a bit like, boy, you're moving like you're it, but you're not it. And I'm like, okay, cool. But he's just found a really poetic way to kind of talk about, just certain realities, man. I think it's a reality where some people go through. Maybe, I don't know, maybe on the socials, on the gram, maybe you're not portraying giving us the real you when we see you in person. You're catfishing your life. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but I guess that's what the song's about. And then, but then also just having fun and the madness that comes with it. And that's where my chorus comes in. And it's like, I've used the interpolation of like a Kanye song, but then I've just put it in a way where it's like, literally describing what happens, like, in them scenarios and them situations, trying to portray like what the man them would probably go through. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, towel under the door, smoke till the day's in. Literally just like, yo, we're in a hotel, like, probably do this, and I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying? And just smoking and going through the rhetoric. It's more about going through the rhetoric of the same bollocks
over
and over again. That's what that chorus is about. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in rotation.
And it's acceptance as well. Like, if you listen to it, like, sorry, I keep going over that first bar, but picture perfect babe has never been your portrait means that you've done something, say it's on Instagram, you've given a picture of something that is just, that's not you, babe. Picture perfect babe has never been your forte.
Yeah.
Like, that picture, your portrait's got
Facetune.
portraits. Like, and I don't even like what you
Facetune's
portray.
Editing.
Yeah. Like, everything about it.
We can see the curve.
We can see through
Like,
it.
The wall was
The
moving
wall-
to the left.
The wall's curve is following.
It's leaning.
The wall
Why
is
has the wall
leaning.
got back off? Like, what's
Yo.
going on, man?
Yo,
So
it's
it
mad.
doesn't feel right. So yeah, it's just I don't want to act like it was a generalized situation. Everything
at
is
all.
very specific to me. And I like the way I speak about the situation there in comparison to like years ago. I speak about it, like TJ said, from a place of fun. Like, this is who you are, babe. Like, I've accepted it. It's cool, man. Just go through the door. Leave
It
me
was
alone.
quite something very delicate in its delivery.
Yeah, I think
Even
it
though
wasn't.
it was a jam, but it was honest, but it was still very
Yeah,
delicate.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It was a very sweet way of saying this stinks. And
Ah.
I like that. It's,
Yeah, you know what? We're not like advocating for anyone who wants to put ladies down.
Nah.
That's crazy behavior. But it's just more like just highlighting the fun of these scenarios. Like, you know what? Listen, your pictures, the walls following your back off. But
Yeah,
you know
man.
what?
It's cool, man. Forget it. It's cool.
Because we're still
Lean
gonna puff
Lean
past in
back.
rotation, and we're still
what it
gonna
is.
do our thing.
Yeah.
Do you get it? So it's just like the light-hearted version of just saying, look, it's a madness, but we'll get to that after. Do you know what I'm saying?
And I'm honest in it. You hear me say you pop on it. I used to think about you all the time. Like, I'm not ever trying to make it seem like I didn't value you at some point. I
Yeah.
did. But it is what it is, man. I'm gone.
Yeah, banter where you banter, man.
Yeah, man.
So, Poet, but you're still a bachelor, though. We still know that you're a
Batch.
bachelor. You're still,
Outside, yeah,
you're
man.
still outside. I don't think you're outside, but you're
not like that.
outside. So, like, what kind of woman would you be looking for? Like, if we had to say this is the
Ask
year
him.
he has to settle down,
Ask
so
him.
we can take him from autumn to the final winter.
Ask him.
Final winter.
Yes.
What,
Ask him.
what is it gonna take? Because again, you're saying I've seen women in their whole truth.
Yeah,
Probably
yeah.
dated all, I mean, any types of women, extensions, curves, cellulite, that good stuff.
I'm trying to hear this.
That good
Ask him.
stuff. So, like, what's it gonna take now? Because you're in that winter, so you're talking about, of course, you've gone through it, you've seen it. So now, what would it take for that right woman to just take you out of autumn into winter, final family Christmas.
That's it.
Family dinner.
That's it.
Let's hear.
Today is Kerry Hilson. Last year I was going through an Aisha Diaz phase. For a long while I've been going through Aisha Diaz phase. Then she broke my heart. So now it's back to Kerry Hilson, who it was when she dropped her song "You Turning Me On" with Lil Wayne on as a feature.
This guy's picking celebrities, man.
Why not?
This guy.
She's gorgeous. I love Kerry Hilson. Great eye colour. She's still buff today. For Kyle Tomori, stop liking her pictures. I see you, my brother, but just leave me, all right? You do your thing at AC Milan. Just allow my thing for Kyle, man. So, I don't know, baby girl, man. I don't have a clue, man. I don't know. It's not really a priority to me like that, man. Obviously, maybe it should be, but I think balance is important. But unfortunately, the bank balance is all right. The balance within life with people them is all right. But when it comes to the gal them,
He's just saying there's no
Yeah.
luck, guys. Not yet. There's no luck yet.
yeah, man. I don't know, man.
The sun hasn't set yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm out, man.
One
I'm out.
time, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
even want to. Every time I've settled down, I've never wanted to settle down. It's just kind of happened, and I'm like, oh, here we are.
Do you think it's the repetition you don't like? Is it the fact of repetition, or do you think it's maybe a misunderstanding of where you are in life, where she is in life, and
Yeah, it's
how
just
you
me.
live together?
I don't even
You
want
know
to
what I
blame
mean?
it. It's
Good
me. It's 100% me. It's just where I am and how I interpret situations and the decisions I make. Because if I get with a girl and it messes up, fam, I don't even care what she done wrong. Like, I care about what I done wrong. Because if I care too much about what she done wrong, that means I'm ignoring my thing. And then next year, I'll find myself in the same situation again. So I'm just like, Paul, big man, like TJ was saying today, where's the flags? Where's them red flags? When you see that red flag, park up the whip. Don't keep driving, dog.
Cut.
Park up the whip and leave. So I'm just a little bit more privy to flags. And obviously, listen, TJ's a special guy. He doesn't keep himself in fake environments, so therefore he's able to identify the real. Big man, I'm outside. These parties, I'm here. I'm not even being honest in the party. How can I expect anyone else to be
Wow.
honest? So it's just, you know what I'm
wild, man.
saying? I'm in the jungle, man.
Listen,
Might get
and
bit.
you see me? Here's a one piece of advice for everyone, yeah? Find yours and exit the jungle. It's very simple. Very simple.
Yeah, I'm a
Some of us are
celebrity.
still
Get me
trying
out
to
of here.
exit. We are saying we are even waving flag, and let's still say hello, hello, we are here. Hello.
No, I'm here. Listen, that's why I rate man like Stormzy. He said, you know what? I'm going back for me want my Maya. I rated it. I rate those types of things,
done.
man. Once you identify what you're meant to have, like TJ said, yeah, for real, exit the jungle. Because then that means there's more girls for me. That feels right.
Exit the jungle.
Man, them exit, man. Come on, man. Just leave me here, man. I'll be here till the wheels fall off.
Okay, all right, cool. Let's talk about Winter.
Come
This
on.
one seems to be a very personal record, and of course, there's not many artists. There's only one artist on here, but you had a very important person to you, which is your mother.
Come on, shout out, mommy.
Speaking in the intro, she said, very powerful words, speaking life into who you are and how amazing you are.
Yeah.
How significant was her contribution to the record?
Very, man. Like, do you know what, brother? I'll be honest with you. In this industry, yeah, if you just don't keep family as a balance in this industry, fam, sometimes, like, we all get endorphins from people saying nice things about us, you know what I'm saying? And, like, I just feel as human beings, we're here for love. I don't understand what else we could be potentially here for, because when you see war and all of these other things, it doesn't make people feel good. But when people are in love or around love, you see the growth in that human being. So I'm like, if that's taking man forward, then that's surely what it should be about. So what that voice note for me as well, being on that song, what it represents to me, because I think it's a recommendation from TJ. It wasn't I can't take credit for it. It was a recommendation from TJ. But what that voice note reminds me is of who I am, because sometimes I can lose sight of who I am through other people's perception. My mum's known me my whole life. Fam, certain gal you get with after a year, they're telling you who you are. Certain your brethren you haven't even experienced enough things with, and then after 2-3 years, they're telling you who you are. And it's just like, if you don't have family or people that have known you for a long time around you, you will forget. Fortunately, it's not just people like my mum. I'm from an estate, so I've got the same friends from I was like 10. So I ain't gonna worry about that. But
Big up the man, them.
do you know what I'm saying? Big up the man, them Tyson, you done know. But it's just like, yeah, my mum's words there. I just felt like, without being too like arrogant, I guess, like I felt that did sum up my character pretty well. And I did understand that I was going through a mad thing, and it was like, Paul, stay around the love, because the love will build you back up. Whereas the hate and all of the, there are certain people that are so glad you're down here. They're so happy. They're saying to them, oh, he's told you he's gonna be a prick. And then when you rise again, them not like it, but your mama does.
Well, that's what the song's doing. Like, the actual beat is saying, watch out for the riders. So addressing that last point he's making, which is like literally just surround yourself with love and not, you see, when you're on that journey in the industry and the girls, the guys, that everyone's fake, like on route, but watch out for the riders, watch out for those fake ones. So that literally, it's like I said, like the conversations that we'll have, for me, it's like what the beat was doing was providing that therapy session. That's something I would say to him. That's advice I would say to him. Like, no, watch out for these man or that person.
100.
So I've literally made the sample do that and just say watch out. That's why specifically there's no drums in that one. It's literally intentional, so you can hear what is being like said in the sample and follow what he's saying lyrically.
Getting into that as well, like the song, the feedback that we've heard is they basically describing the song like praise and worship.
Come on.
Are you coming from a church background?
Yeah,
1 million
inspiration
into that record.
Do you
so
know
how
what?
did it also help you to compose the record as well?
Yeah, 100%. Do you know what? Yeah, when I was making conflicts of interest, literally, myself were conflicted. We're from church backgrounds, and from being from a church background, you're always thinking, "Raw, I need to do I need to make gospel music?" But then, like for me, yeah, like the sonics of like the choir, something just hits when you're in a church, yeah, and it's like you just hear a choir sing. Like even look, take away like the church, even in a football match, everyone's singing in unison. It's like that, they call that the choral effect, because everyone is singing in unison and there's a power in it. Like when the team starts hearing the chant for one player or for the whole team, they start playing harder, because like it drives something in you spiritually. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it was like I've started to purposefully put a lot of choir influences into certain productions when I'm trying to get a message across. So like, for instance, Gets His Fine Wine has choir all over it, and different types of choirs. And then you got like with this one, it's like I needed something soulful, because as he's been saying, he's someone that prays a lot,
man.
So it's like, you know what, I want him as a friend. I want him to tap into that spiritual side, and then now try it with the music. Then he's coming out with a song where it's like, you know what, even the structure of the verses changed, so the verses were quite short. Why? Because it's short and concise, just like when you pray in it.
Yeah.
So it's like, so he's saying something, it's like, that hits, and it's like, cool, watch out for the riders. The choirs come back in, and it's like, then he goes back in, and it's like, he's just saying what he's saying, and then that's just the intent there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's purposeful.
And like every bar had to hit home. Because if we're going to have that type of thing, like my opening bar and that was important, it was like, how am I questioned by an empty soul? I'm praying 3 times a day. Can't question my motive. You have to question yourself. In Jamaica, we say dance a yard before you dance a bro. You can't ask me what I'm doing.
Facts.
I'm praying 3 times a day, asking for the signs so I can be a better person. You can't question me. And I think there's a lot of empty souls, and they have a lot of questions, and they never question themselves. They always be questioning other people to draw the attention away from the growth they're not getting. But to EJ said in the chorus, watch out for the riders. So that's what I'm saying to you. How am I questioned by an empty soul? You ain't got no drive. I'm in cruise control. Like, do you know what I've done in my life? How the can you question me, my guy? I fell in love and I went and go. Like, I'm just keeping it mad real. And even when I say, will we make up? You never know. God's path got several roads. And when I said that, someone was like, oh, why did you say God's path's got several roads? And I said, because there's this path in Wood Green that I wrote that bar on. And it's literally...
Wood Green has bear.
No, but there's this path. There's a particular path, yeah? Where my old school is, yeah? And literally... it is a pathway from North Haringey right out to Turnpike Lane. Yeah. And every time you come out the path, there's another road. And it looks completely different. And it's like, I'm writing this now. So I remember writing, God's path got several roads. Like I said it in my head and I just thought, let me just write it down because that's kind of a sick thing to say. And I just felt like it was the right time to implement that bar. So yeah, man, that song's powerful. And even at the end, I read it because TJ said you got to do a voice note at the end as well to conclude it.
Yes. We've got the quote of the... what you said, saying trust and consistency, patterns of behavior, and how you consume it from your loved ones.
Yeah, man. Everyone always has this whole, I don't trust no one, I don't trust no one. I'm like, that's too played out. I think it's such an incorrect statement. Because when I ask someone, do you reckon they were going to do that? Yeah. So what is there not to trust? Like, I'm like, people, trust your instincts. Trust your instincts. Trust everyone. The moment you don't trust something, why are you even there? So I'm like, I trust everyone in and around me because they've been who they've been for so long that I expect them to do what they're going to do. The things I don't trust are situations that we've never been in before. So I'm trying not to put myself in them situations in the first place with you because I don't need to. I don't need to put myself in fresh situations with people where I don't know what they're going to do. I'm not on that. I'd rather hear how they've behaved or find out how they've behaved in certain situations so I can make a judgment for myself on whether I should put myself in it. I don't understand why people put themselves in situations with people they don't know to only go and say, I don't trust anyone, and then use that example of bad decision making as a way of just saying everything. That's just nonsense, bro. Like, I trust everyone. Like, when you're going to be an idiot, I know you're going to be an idiot, so I avoid myself from being in and around it. And I'm like, if you want to be a better human being, a more complete human being, a more progressive human being, start understanding your environment, and most importantly, start trusting your environment. Stop saying, I don't trust this person, I don't trust this person. What are you gonna do? If you don't trust anyone, what are you gonna do? You have to trust people, bro. Like,
See, we've got him in one now.
yeah, man. I just always get upset by that because I'm always, when I question the people, I'm like, oh my God, it's learnt behavior. It's not even yours. You've seen someone do it. So I just felt like at the end of the whole project, I wanted to let everybody know, like, yo, man, I trust TJ with my heart, bro. I trust him with my kids. I know this boy's got my back. I don't have to walk around and say I don't trust him. Pep, I trust that boy with my heart, bro. And I can go on for so much friends I trust. And I just feel like if you don't have that environment, that says more about you.
So going back to winter now, because we talked about how important it was to be honest.
Yeah.
Did you have like an epiphany moment that kind of said, you know, when you've had so much time of going, like the summer, and then you're like, okay, I've got to stop. I've got to breathe. I've got to reflect.
No, because my friends are always honest with me, man.
That?
Nah, my friends, we live and practice honesty. You saying you're coming out tonight? I'm moving on it, bro. Ain't no one just going out to make someone happy. I like the fact that man says I'm not going out, and then my another guy goes, I cool, I accept that. Like, no one's friends with each other because they feel like they have to do anything for anyone. Everyone's friends because everyone's bosses and everyone's making decisions as men. And everyone respects the decisions people make as men. And that's what draws me to everybody. The fact that I don't have to, like, some of the places that people consider friendship to sort of grow is like a rave. And I'm just like, I doubt it. I don't go raving with TJ. We went out yesterday to get his thing. But I have real conversations with TJ. I phone TJ just to pray sometimes and then put the phone down. That's why I can say this guy's my friend. You know where I'm coming from? So, like, because I'm in that routine with these people in my life, I'm good, man. I don't need to put myself in a mode to say I'm going to be honest now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just, this is how you got to be, my G.
So that voice note, TJ, how did that voice note hit you? How did it make you feel when you first heard it?
Do you know what? It was like, he even says, I know you're against voice notes in songs, like, but when I heard it, I said, this just sounds like what the song needed. Like, so you can hear, so you can hear a piece of honesty from him, because the whole song is based off honesty. The whole project's based off honesty. So when I heard it, it was like, I got to put it on. I've actually, and you know what? I'm not gonna cut from the part where, because he actually says, maybe it should start here. He actually says that, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna put every part of this voice note on and just leave it there. You know what I'm saying? yeah. Because he knows I hate. He knows, like, I hate voice notes. Even though I asked for his mum's one because that's what the song. I needed family on that song.
Did you ask him to cry on one? It's like, bro, can you just shed some tears? Let's make it emotional. Let's show men.
That would have been funny. Still, that would have been funny. But nah. You can't ask a man to cry on a song. That's That's some Maxwell.
I've never cried.
You wait, Kanye West is gonna take this idea. Kanye West is gonna take this idea and do it. It's gonna
Kanye West will listen. Kanye's probably got an album full of him crying somewhere.
Heartless is a whole crying song. But also, I want to make it very clear though, I do lie. As much as I'm an honest man, I have moments where I lie. And
is it white lies or black lies?
Oh, we're giving them colours. Blue lies. Avatar.
Very tall. I'm done.
Because sometimes there could be gentle lies, like, you know, whether it's
I'm true lies.
Or you don't want to tell a person
something
that makes them crush the True lies.
Yeah. So, like,
this sounds like an oxymoron. So, no, you look good in that. That's a true lie.
That's a true lie.
That's a true lie.
That's a true lie.
Because you look good to someone. Just not me.
You know,
True
like
lie.
that? True lie.
True lie. I feel like we should play a game. Let's just bring out all the true lies that people have
Wow,
told you.
the camera goes off for that game.
I love this song.
What did you
True
say?
lies in a blood clot. That's mad. That's mad.
Poet, I really like you. True lie.
Then you never see them again. That should be do a duplex, a deluxe album and put True Lies
Yeah,
on there.
yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. That's the project title for the next
They're just
project.
gonna
True
just
Lies.
break up bare relationships right then and there
Wow.
when they
That's
release.
the aim. And then they come back to the jungle. and that's where I will be.
I'm
With
done.
my true lies.
track one's the jungle and True Lies the project there. That's what we're gonna do.
It's called Tarzan Wasn't Real.
I'm done.
God. All right, cool.
I'm done.
We're at the end of the interview. We're gonna play a quick game.
Oh.
I've got some notes here, but I don't want to make it easy.
How is
So basically, I'm gonna read out the lyrics, and you're gonna try to remember. Because you know some people don't know their songs like that.
snap.
So I'm gonna read the lyrics out, and you're gonna
snap.
remember
I'm the
what
worst
song
at
it's
this
from.
project?
Yeah, this project.
I should know them. Then.
Right.
I'm the
So you
worst at
should
this.
know. So I'm gonna read it out, and then you're gonna tell me what song it's from and what the lyric was about.
All right, I'll win this.
Cool?
I'll win this.
All right. So
I'll win it.
Please do.
I can't even rap the things. So I don't even try it. So take note. A girl will change like a fairy tale
Spring.
in it.
Spring.
Wait to the end, innit?
Spring.
Yeah.
Spring. Take note, a gal change like a tail in it. Take note, a gal change. And it's got the echo in the.
Yeah, it's cold.
Man's a sucker for a sob story and a pretty face. Dissect.
What was that? A spring
That's
as well.
spring.
Yeah,
That's
spring,
spring.
yeah.
That's spring. That's spring.
So what, the whole thing, what I said? All right.
Yeah.
Take note, a girl will change like a till is just like trying to be clever with wordplay. So take notes and her entails with change. And it's just to let you know.
But she's the coin on the
Draw.
paper.
She's neither. The wordplay is just to let you know, like, that's just, I'm just using money and a cash register wordplay.
He's poet.
And
He's poet.
Take
That's-
note, a gal will change like a till, and it's like they will change. Like, don't trust this whole thing. Like, just look at the whole picture. Like, too much people are in love with what they're in love with. They're in love with 20% of the picture, and they ignore the 80 until they can't. And I'm like, take note, that gal will change enough. Even that 20% might disappear, big man. So, and then sob story, pretty face. Yeah, man. When pretty girls come up to me telling me sob stories, sometimes I'm like, oh baby, oh man, it's alright, man. Let me just take care of you. Don't watch nothing. And then
No comment.
you fall for nothing. I love you all, man. Give me the sob stories, especially if you look like Kerry Hilson.
I'm done. I know my missus is looking at this like sob story.
Yeah, you better say my
Sob
name.
story,
You better
yeah.
say my name. Okay, next lyric. All right, I'm going to switch it up now. About bragging about Louboutins. Girl, I'll take your ass to shoe zone. Why so harsh? Was the girl punching above her mean?
That's autumn.
That's autumn,
That's
yeah.
autumn. That's autumn. That's autumn. That is hilarious. You gotta explain that.
No, someone was just bragging about items that they got bought for them. And like, I mean, who am I to judge? But if you're a girl that consistently gets gifted items, I wouldn't brag about something that I haven't worked hard to get. That's just not my style. I brag about what I've worked hard to achieve. And if that offends you, that means you don't know the value of hard work. I couldn't brag about a gift. I can be happy with a gift and say thank you. But if I consistently get gifted, it's just like, oh, I'll take your shoes on. You think I care that you got Louboutins? I don't give a flying monkey having a wee-wee on Jupiter. Like, who cares? You haven't worked for this. So it's like, bragging about Louboutins, I'll take your off the shoes on. In your late 20s, you should move grown. At least move home. Stop bragging. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Listen, when he leaves here, he's
Come
gonna
on.
text that girl. Yeah.
I say, I
He ain't
don't
that angry with
adore
her. Trust me, he's gonna text her.
you. Hey, I love you. I'll take you. And I'll take you Louboutin. I'm full of shit. I'm joking. Nah,
Oh my days. Well,
true lies.
guys, I'm so grateful for you making the time
thank
to
you.
be here and
We're honoured.
showcase this amazing project. Again, I'm going to be putting on repeat as well. So, guys, give it up for Poet and TJ for 4 Seasons album.
Come on,
And give it up for your hair. Like,
yeah,
whoever
come
your
on, yeah,
hairdresser
this is great.
Your hairdresser needs a raise, man. You look amazing.
It's
today,
amazing.
by
Trust
the way.
me.
You
Trust
look
me.
amazing.
Trust
Oh,
me.
thank
For
you.
real.
Thank you. Guys, make sure you watch this through and through, comment and subscribe, and watch out for the next interview. Bye.
Come on, love.